Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Craftsman. Today, we're making a lovely amigurumi pumpkin keychain. It's quick, it's easy, and such a fun beginner crochet project. You can use it as a fall gift, a handmade accessory, or even sell it at a craft fair. Sounds exciting, right? I really hope this little tutorial will be helpful and inspiring for you. And the best part, you can try any color combinations you love and make it in any size you want. For my pumpkin keychain, I used a medium weight yarn. It's a soft blend, 50% cotton and 50% acrylic. Nice and durable for keychains. For this project, we'll be using a 2.5mm crochet hook. Nice and small, perfect for keychains. And please don't forget to support my channel by subscribing, giving this video a like, and sharing your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. So, if you're ready, let's dive right in and start crocheting our cute little pumpkin keychain together. For the written crochet pattern, visit crochetstrands.com. We'll begin by tying the first knot and then making 20 chains. Keep them nice and loose, not too tight. The chain I've made here measures about 8 centimeters, which is roughly 3 inches, just the right length. This chain actually sets the height of our little pumpkin keychain. If you want your pumpkin to be taller, simply add more chains, always in multiples of 2. And if you'd like a smaller pumpkin, just decrease the chain count, but keep it an even number. Row 1 begins in the 3rd chain. From there, work half double crochets all the way across. You'll have a total of 18 stitches side by side. This will form the base of your easy crochet pumpkin keychain. Once you've finished your 18 half double crochets, chain 2, then gently turn your work to start the next row. For row 2, begin in the back loop of the first stitch and continue with half double crochets all the way across. You'll have 18 stitches again, keeping that nice ribbed look for our pumpkin crochet pattern. And by the way, if you're enjoying this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe for more easy crochet projects every week. When you reach the 18th half double crochet, smoothly switch over to your second color yarn. This little change adds a beautiful striped detail to your pumpkin keychain. Now, chain 2 and turn your work to begin the next row. Row 3 begins, and from this point on, the pattern will simply repeat itself. Work in the back loop of the first stitch, then continue with 18 half double crochets across the row. At the end of the row, chain 2 again and gently turn your work. For row 4, begin in the back loop of the first stitch and continue with 18 half double crochets across, keeping the same texture. When you reach the 18th half double crochet, switch back to your first color yarn. Then finish the last 3 stitches using that color. Chain 2, turn your work again, and continue with 18 half double crochets across the row. From here on, repeat the color change every 2 rows. Keep going like this until you've completed a total of 20 rows for your crochet pumpkin keychain pattern. After finishing the foundation chain, I worked a total of 20 rows. 5 times with cream, and 5 times with the other color. Repeating them gives a nice striped effect for the pumpkin keychain. Here's something important. Your number of rows should match the number of chains you started with. So, for example, if you began with 18 chains, you'll need to make 18 rows. And if you began with 24 chains, then you'll need 24 rows to match the height of your pumpkin. One more note. Make sure to finish your pattern using the second color, not the first one you started with. The rectangle I've made here is about 6 centimeters wide, around 2.3 inches, and about 13 centimeters long, roughly 5 inches. A perfect size for our pumpkin crochet project. When you reach the end of row 20, fold your crochet piece gently in half. This step shapes the base of our amigurumi pumpkin keychain. Now, join the 2 edges together, working slip stitches through the back loops of the half double crochets on each side. This will secure the shape of your pumpkin crochet keychain. And while you're shaping, don't forget, you can always find the written crochet pattern on crochetstrends.com. It's free and beginner-friendly. After making the final slip stitch, chain 1. Leave a little yarn tail and cut it off. Then turn your crochet piece inside out to get ready for shaping. Now, with your yarn needle, gather both ends together, pulling gently to create that lovely round pumpkin shape. And don't forget, you can check the free written crochet pattern at crochetstrends.com. It's there step by step to guide you anytime. Here, I'm working little zigzags across the stitches, pulling gently to tighten and shape the pumpkin even more. This step is key for our amigurumi pumpkin keychain pattern. Now let's turn the piece inside out once more, and fill it up with some soft fiber fill stuffing. Make sure it's firm, but not too tight, so your pumpkin holds its shape. And I'd love to know, what colors would you use for your pumpkin keychain? Share your ideas in the comments below. At the top section, I'm making zigzags again, gently pulling to close and shape the pumpkin. Now it's time to add the shaping. We're going to create the beautiful ridges that give our pumpkin its classic look. Wrap the yarn around, following the starting and ending lines of the darker color. This will mark the ridge lines of your pumpkin. Now pass the yarn through the middle of each line, pulling gently to form those lovely ridges and give the pumpkin its true shape. And while you're shaping your pumpkin, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you won't miss any of my upcoming fall crochet projects. If you've made it this far, you're amazing. Don't forget, you can find more free crochet patterns on crochetstrends.com. And there it is. Our little crochet pumpkin is all shaped and ready. Now, let's move on to the final touches. We'll make the stem and attach the keychain clip on top of our pumpkin. For the stem, we'll switch to green yarn and continue from here. Then, make a magic ring, also called a magic circle. Chain 1, and crochet 6 single crochets into the ring. To finish the round, slip stitch into the very first single crochet you made in the ring. Chain 1, and starting in the same stitch, work single crochets all the way around. You'll have 6 stitches in total. That chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch. At the end of the round, slip stitch into the very first single crochet to close it neatly. Chain 1, and once again, work 6 single crochets side by side, all around the stem. Keep repeating this same step until you've worked 4 rounds in total, each with 6 single crochets. This will give your pumpkin stem a nice little height. When you reach the end of the round, slip stitch into the very first single crochet to close it neatly. Chain 1, then work 2 single crochets into the same stitch, and 2 single crochets into the next stitch as well. Keep going around, placing 2 single crochets into each of the 6 stitches. By the end, you'll have 12 single crochets in total. At the end of this round, slip stitch into the very first single crochet to finish it off. Chain 1. Make 2 single crochets into the first stitch. One single crochet into the next. Then 2 single crochets into the following stitch. Keep repeating this sequence. 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, 2, 1, all the way around. By the end, you'll have 18 stitches in total. To close the round, slip stitch into the very first single crochet, then chain 1. Leave a yarn tail long enough to sew the stem onto the pumpkin, and cut off the yarn. Now take the yarn tail you left from the magic ring, and use it to attach the keychain clip securely to the top of the stem. Then, with the remaining yarn tail, sew the stem neatly onto the top of your pumpkin. And that's it for today's tutorial. We've finished our cute little crochet pumpkin keychain. I hope you enjoyed making this project with me, and I can't wait to see you in the next crochet tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and share it with your friends and loved ones. See you in the next crochet tutorial. Take care.